Thank you everyone for joining me today. My name is Aaron Thompson and I am the product manager at SnapStream. So as product manager, I ensure that SnapStream is building the right tools to make you more successful, solve your pain points, your problems as gracefully as possible. So if you ever have any feature requests, I am the guy to talk to. Before we get started, I want to mention a few important things. For those of you who end up liking and everything you see and hear today, please schedule your upgrade with our support team. It is free of charge if you have an up-to-date support contract. And all you have to do is go to www.snapstream.com/upgrade, and you can schedule a time there. And I will paste the link in chat for those of you that want to go today. So for those of you that are new to SnapStream, real quickly, SnapStream is a massive DVR that can record traditional television and live streams, and you can view, search, clip from that live or recorded content. You can create clips, you can share, you can post to social media, you can export, you can archive, and SnapStream can even alert you of anything that's said while it's being recorded. And of course, much more, but those are the highlights. So let's get started. The main thing that we did for SnapStream 9.0 is we reworked the web player. It's a completely new interface, and there are lots of reasons why. And before I show you the new interface, I want to talk about why we did this. First was to improve the clipping and social posting workflow. I spoke with many of your social media teams, and I've been incorporating that feedback into SnapStream. So this is kind of the first wave of revamping the web player and making that social posting and clipping experience a lot faster, a lot more efficient in terms of just user actions, reducing clicks, all those things. Second, we added a bunch of new features that I will go over shortly that required some user interface changes. And then finally, for those of you that were still on the web player plugin, that plugin is no more. You no longer have to figure out whether the plugin was installed or have to contact support about any issues or get clearance from IT. Now you can just go to your SnapStream interface and hit play on an item, and it starts up in your browser. So, like I said, we redid the web player interface. So this is what you probably are seeing today, right? And one of the most annoying pieces of it is in order to clip or post anything to social media, you had to deal with those annoying pop-ups. It would pause your video, it would cover your transcript. You couldn't really do anything except pick all of your clip parameters and your account that you want to post to and so forth. So for the new web player, we added a few more things and moved things around. So as you can see here, first off the bat, we added another column, another tab there so that you can be working on multiple things at once. So for example, you can be watching a video while viewing the transcript or looking at the information or creating a clip all at the same time. So taking a closer look at that new tab functionality, you can see over here on the right, in the middle tab, I'm viewing the transcript, and on the right side, I'm actually composing my tweet. And on the left side, I can be watching my video. So this should vastly improve the overall efficiency of getting something clipped or out to social media. In addition to these new tabs and this new layout, we added the ability to toggle the playback speed. So you can choose from a range between half speed and double speed. And of course, if you want something else, then please email me afterwards and I'll talk with you about how we can get that added. Another thing that we added is the ability to select the clock time versus the duration. So when you're viewing the video, you see there in the track bar under the video, right now it's looking at the clock time. It's saying we are at 11:24 and 38 seconds in this recording, which is great if you recorded off of traditional television. But if you're recording, for example, a live internet stream, that doesn't make as much sense. So you can quickly click on that time, that clock time, and switch it to showing the times by duration. Finally, another thing we did is kind of change up the theme, make it look a little more modern. Obviously, it's a little darker, but we also hid some of the rarely used buttons so that they don't show unless you hover over the window. Another thing that we did in the new web player is, there we go the other way. Okay, so another thing that we did for the new web player is we added cropping. Now, I spoke with several of your social media teams, and one of the main things they were asking for is vertical video and square video. It displays a lot better on mobile. It's a better viewing experience, which increases all kinds of follower engagement. So what we did was we added not just the ability to crop the normal video aspect ratios, but we also added that vertical and square, either 9:16 or 1:1. And you can crop anything that you're posting to social media. You can crop your animated GIFs, and you can crop your transcoded clips. So any questions about cropping? Okay, so I see someone here is asking about regular clips. So you can only crop from the 3 things listed here. You cannot crop from regular clips, mainly because the cropping process needs to happen on decoded video, and regular clips, in order to be as fast as possible, don't re-encode the video. Any other questions? Okay, moving on. In addition to updating the interface for the web player in that windowed mode, we did it for the full screen view as well. So you'll see a few more of the buttons down at the bottom of the screen because there's more real estate. We were able to add them. You can see your posting buttons, your social posting buttons and screenshot button up to the top right. And in general, the interface just looks a little bit better. On top of that, we improved the multiplayer, or the multiviewer. So now you can watch 4 recordings much better on like a television, either in a control room or in a public area. And you can even, as you see there on the right, you can perform all the actions that you could before without having to look at some kind of sidebar. They're all there in the interface, and you can even do them in the full screen mode. And I should also note that the full screen version will auto hide all the controls. So like I said, in that public area or control room where you don't really need to see the track bar or play buttons or anything like that, you can let it auto hide those, and it looks just like split screen. I see a question came in on the cropping stuff. Someone was asking if they could pick any resolution for the cropping. The answer is no. Today, the aspect ratios are canned ratios that we have in our system. If you have another ratio that you're looking for, please email me after the webinar, and we can talk about what you're looking for and the best way to accomplish it. Any other questions on the Multiviewer or on cropping or anything else that I've gone over so far? Okay, another question. In the Multiviewer, which audio track will play? So if you can see in the picture here over on the left, this top left window has this slight blue border around it, trying to be unobtrusive, but also there to notify you that that is the active window, and that will be the audio that's playing. Any other questions about that? Okay, perfect. So change is good, but change is hard. So one of the things that we did in 9.0 to help you out is we added a new web player tour. So when you start up the web player for the first time after installing 9.0, you'll get this new web player demo or tour that you can cycle through, and it'll show you all the new controls and just kind of generally how to do things. And for a little bit more detail, if you look in the handout section here in the webinar, we have 2 cheat sheets that you can download. One of them kind of shows the new interface in more detail, more so than the web player tour. And the other one is a cheat sheet for posting to social media and cropping, so that you can get an understanding of how to accomplish that in the new interface. So any questions about the new web player? Okay, so yes, so someone's asking that I mentioned that this is kind of the first wave of changes and what's coming after that. So my conversations with your social media teams uncovered quite a bit of issues with making SnapStream a lot easier to collaborate with their colleagues. So multiple users clipping from the same live broadcast need to be able to easily share with each other or be notified when someone else is making a clip, and go in and edit each other's clips, and just in general work together on things. So the next wave of changes will be a much easier way of doing that. I can't tell you too much about how that's going to look, because we are iterating now on how we're going to make the user interface intuitive for that. If you have any, if you want to provide any feedback there or ideas, please feel free to email me after this. If you'd like, I can set up a call. Once we have something to show people, I'd be more than happy to show you and get your feedback before we release. Okay, any other questions on the web player? Okay, looks like we're good. Just want to reiterate, the web player was a huge change for us in 9.0, and I know it'll be a huge change for all of y'all. But I'm just really excited about watching everyone use it and get used to it, and find out what it's really all about and why we made these changes. I expect you'll be very pleased. In addition to the new web player, we added quite a few other things. So how many of you use single sign-on today? With a raise of hands. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a few here. Right. So even those of you, some of you might not even know it, but a lot of organizations are using Ping and Okta and other identity providers to help your organizations manage user accounts for both internal services and external software as a service solutions. So, previously, 10 years ago, for example, you could log into your domain at your company and you could get to all of your services internally, but if you had to go to an external website, you had to have a separate login for each one of those. So these identity providers like Ping, Okta, they allow you to store all that in one username and password. So now you just use it for everything. Well, now you can use it with SnapStream as well. You log in just like you do for everything else, and when you go to SnapStream, you're already logged in. So a lot of my conversations also turned up a desire to use Amazon's cloud storage for SnapStream. So earlier this year, we released the ability for you to export to your Amazon S3 folders or cloud storage folders from SnapStream, but those items then were no longer available in the SnapStream system. So it was kind of a, like a one-way operation, and now it's out. Well, in 9.0, you can use those S3 folders as actual video folders inside SnapStream, just like all the other ones that you set up. So you can search and find items that are in your S3 folders, just like their regular video folders. You can set permissions, you can play, you can clip, share, do your social posting. Hold on, I have a question about the single sign-on. So asking about group assignments. Yeah, everything that you can set up in Okta should trickle down into SnapStream. So if you're setting up groups that are tying users together, that should work. You should be able to set those permissions in and they will be honored in SnapStream. Like I said, you can search for items there, you can play them, you can clip them, share them, just like you would anything else in your SnapStream system. Any questions about the S3 folders? Okay. All right, so someone's asking if they can record to the S3 folders. The answer is no. Once the recording is done, you can have SnapStream copy or move the recording into your S3 folder to be used in SnapStream. The reason you can't record to SnapStream is just technically behind the scenes, S3 doesn't allow you to append data to a file. So as you're recording and new videos coming in, you're not capable of adding to the file that's already been started. Any other questions about S3? Let's see. Someone's asking if the S3 support works in SnapStream Cloud. Yes, it does. Anything else? Okay. Okay, so who here, by a raise of hands, records from DirecTV or cable boxes? Yeah, I'm seeing you slowly raising your hands there. And some of you probably don't even know that you're doing it. Somewhere in the chain, it could be recording that way. Right, so, okay, I'm gonna clear the hands. Raise your hand if you've ever missed a recording because your cable company pushed out an update or someone changed to the wrong channel on the set-top box. Yeah, the same hands are going up. Exactly. So in 9.0, to help you with that, we can detect when those things are happening and warn you before it's too late. So as soon as SnapStream sees that that's happening, it'll log it and email you a warning. So the way it's doing it is we are detecting the incoming bit rate that we're recording, and if it's lower than expected, then it'll trigger this warning and log, and will, as a result, give you a lot less missed recordings. So we're really excited about that, and so is our support team. So question here is, can you set up a power on command easily accessible to fix a turned off box? Not today. It could be possible in the DirecTV API, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that. I'll get back to you. Any other questions? Okay. Moving along. One good quality of life feature that we added in 9.0 is the ability to export your jobs, your recording job schedule. So let's say you need to duplicate what one system is recording on another system. Let's say you need to review your recording schedule with your team to make sure that everything is covered, but also there aren't lots of duplicates. So now you can just go to the schedule in SnapStream, hit F2, and save that schedule, and then go have whatever conversations you need to have or set it up in another system. Any questions about that? Output format. The output format is CSV. Anything else? Okay. The last quality of life thing that I want to point out is being able to easily multiply select items in the library. So now if you click something, you can hold down Shift and click down below, and it will automatically select all of those library items. So those of you wanting to delete, a few things at once, or wanting to easily add them to the Multiviewer, or any of the actions like being able to transcode it or move it around. Can you select incongruously? Honestly, I don't recall if you can or not. I think that you can, but I'll have to double check on that. Good question. Okay. Any other questions on that? Okay. So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you today of 9.0. I appreciate you all spending the time listening to all of the new features, and please go read the full release notes in case there's something that I've missed that you would have liked to have seen in 9.0. If you have any additional feature requests or questions, please email me. My email address is thompson@snapstream.com. I will paste that in the chat window below, and you should have received an email from me reminding you of this webinar. So if you don't have the chat window up now, you should be able to find that email and reply to that. Okay, someone is asking for more training for their users. So if you reach out to your sales representative, they should be able to set that up for you. Will open captions be displayed in 9.0? If you could email me at thompson@snapstream.com, I'd like to talk with you more about that, because it's not really a yes or no question. So I'd like to talk in more depth. Let's see, when are the next wave of updates coming out? Our general cycle is between 3 and 4 months at a time. So you should be seeing something before the end of this year. Does 9.0 have a button to download a clip as an MP4 on the web player screen? No, because the process of creating a clip is not an instantaneous thing. So there's got to be some background processing that happens in order for that to work. So today, the pop-up notification that comes up is the best way to get that clip as soon as it's ready. And someone is asking real quickly how to get the update. If you look in the chat window or on the screen right now, if you go to snapstream.com/upgrade, you can schedule your upgrade to 9.0. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. And if you have any questions or feature requests for the future, please email me. My email address is here on the slide and also in the chat window. It's thompson@snapstream.com. All right, thank you and have a good day.